Any fan of the Harry Potter series will be familiar with the character Hermione Granger, and they will most likely know that the actor that plays Hermione Granger is actually in fact Emma Watson. Although Emma Watson looks happy throughout the filming of the movies, behind the scenes she wasn't always too happy with the things that were going on. In today's video, we will be going over 7 reasons why Emma Watson wants to dissociate herself from Harry Potter. Make sure to subscribe to the channel and comment down below saying I subscribed to be within the chance of a shout out at the end of the month.
Is that Hermione Granger with Victor Crumb?
No, absolutely not.
As many would know, Emma Watson began to act as the character of Hermione in the Hollywood movies iterations of the Harry Potter books at a very young age, around the age of 9 years old, which allowed her to be in the actor's spotlight very early on in her life. Despite how positive this may sound to her, the recognition that came also negatively impacted her identity, as at the time of the first movie being released, Emma had not even found her identity yet, mostly down to being so young, and therefore she became associated into the character of Hermione, and she seemed to somewhat remain that way ever since. Unlike the character of Hermione, Emma Watson was and still is interested in things such as modern fashion, but having grown up in the spotlight as a character who was only ever indulged in books and education and was sometimes known as a know-it-all, made it difficult for the actor to stray from the character and to be represented as she really was. Luckily for Emma, in more recent years, she has been able to be seen more like an actual person rather than that of Hermione Granger, though there are still quite a few number of people who see her as the character in the books, which is quite an annoyance and an upset to Emma.
It's Leviosa, not Leviosa.
You do it then if you're so clever.
Go on, go on.
Wingardium Leviosa.
Wingardium Leviosa.
If you thought the last point was saddening, this one is likely to shock you. Throughout the entire recording of the Harry Potter movies, Emma Watson described herself as having felt trapped in the entire ordeal. Many aspects of the actor's life had to be controlled and reconstructed heavily in order to make sure she would meet up to the standards required for the filming process. Aspects of her life such as when she was allowed to eat, what time she was allowed to go to the bathroom, how long she could sleep for, and much more were affected. This all had so much of a toll on Emma that she has been observed as having said she considered leaving the cast of the series once her first contract with Warner Brothers, the owners to the rights of the Harry Potter films, ended in 2006 due to the state it had left her in. But she decided not to leave because of her friends Daniel Radcliffe and Rupert Grint, the actors assigned to the roles of Harry Potter and Ron Weasley. They never considered leaving, so this is what made Emma Watson think twice about actually leaving.
We aren't leaving. Why aren't we leaving?
As a somewhat continuation to the last point, Emma Watson also said herself that during the filming of Deathly Hallows Part 1, she had reached a low point in her mental state. This, along with many other suggestions made towards the same point, suggests that Emma's mental state throughout the recording of the Harry Potter films was continuously degrading. This is not a speculation, because she said, "This has definitely been the most intense, grueling period of filmmaking I've ever done." Now, it should really come to no surprise to anyone that Emma would desperately want to associate with the franchise.
The key is to concentrate. After that, you just have to...
Battle a dragon.
Young love.
Next on this morbid list comes the number 4 slot. Emma's hatred for the conditions she and her colleagues fell under while filming. Many times throughout the filming of the Harry Potter films, herself and her friends Daniel and Rupert would complain about the cold, wet weather, especially during the filming of the Deathly Hallows Part 1 and the Order of the Phoenix, which one could find many outdoor scenes confirming the likely claims of bother by the weather made by Emma and her friends. Undoubtedly, this contributed to the deterioration of Emma's mental state throughout filming, as she previously described the conditions being agonising and horrible at times, likely degrading her.
Salvia hexia.
What are you doing?
Protective enchantments. I don't fancy another visit like the one we had in Shaftesbury Avenue, do you? You can get going on the tent.
Tent?
Protego Total.
Where am I supposed to find a tent?
Kind of like the first spot on this list, this one also relates to her identity, but at a different standard. Emma Watson seems to want to stray her public image away from that of her place in Harry Potter, as she wishes to be recognised for more of her work and her appearances as other characters as well, not just her appearance as Hermione Granger in Harry Potter. The previous point is backed up by Emma having said during the Bling Ring conference a few years ago, "I'm very proud of the work that I did. I'm just really enjoying having the chance to transform into new roles." Here it is quite clear that Emma really enjoys acting in a number of roles and wishes to be recognised and labelled by her talent in all of her acting endeavours, not just that of the Harry Potter franchise.
Sword of Gryffindor. It's goblin made.
Brilliant.
It only takes in that which makes it stronger.
Okay.
Harry, you already destroyed one Horcrux, right? Tom Riddle's diary in the Chamber of Secrets.
With her role as Hermione Granger in the Harry Potter series, Emma Watson, as some can probably guess, was not really able to be a normal teenager and was not able to lead the life that most people of her age would be. This alone is enough of a reason to want to distance oneself from whatever caused such a thing. Despite the fact that working on the Harry Potter film set brought her millions of dollars, many adoring fans, and a sustainable future, Emma still always, and presumably still does, felt as if she did not get to live the life that she wanted to at a young age, and she wished for it to be a different way, and she wishes that she was able to live a different life. In 2009, she finally got this as she began to study at university in the USA, which vastly boosted her morals in the time that she attended.
You really are the brightest witch of your age.
As the final point on this list comes a far more positive reason as to why Emma seemingly wishes to distance herself from her role as Hermione Granger. She doesn't want her acting past getting in the way of her current endeavours. I'm happy to say that after all of the hardship Emma has faced over the years as a result of her association with the Harry Potter series, she has finally been able to reach a point of actual satisfaction in her life and things that she wishes to pursue. In recent years, Emma has been able to ensure her place as a UN woman God-will ambassador fighting for gender equality and has been doing remarkably well.
Fighting for women's rights has too often become synonymous with man-hating. If there is one thing I know for certain, it is that this has to stop.
As one should expect, she doesn't wish to have such a thing come to a decline and therefore wishes for a public image of her as a character of Hermione Granger to just kind of disappear, as she wants to further step into the future with certain goals. So guys, there we have it, the end of today's video. 7 reasons why Emma Watson wants to dissociate herself with Harry Potter and the character that she played, Hermione Granger. Be sure to leave a comment in the comment section below to let us know if we missed out any reasons that should have been on this list that you have heard about. And while you're down there, let us know if you enjoyed the video and leave a like while you're at it. Like I said at the start of the video, if you haven't already, then be sure to subscribe and comment down below saying I subscribed, and then you'll be entered into a chance of winning a shout out at the end of the month. Share this video with your friends that may enjoy this type of content and let them know about the channel, and we'll see you guys in the next video.